And so we're back on Starting Point, and right now here on the studio is the founder of Silang.id. Let me just have a quick introduction. This is Bagja Prawira. Bagja, can you say hi to the camera for us?
Hello.
Perhaps just a little teaser, Bagja. How do you say good morning in sign language?
Good morning. Good morning like this.
So like
Good morning.
Good
Selamat pagi. Good morning.
Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Okay.
Luisa. Okay, we learned something.
That's new.
Yes.
Okay, so before we have a longer discussion with Bagja later on, let's have a little bit sneak peek of what sign language class is all about. In collaboration with the deaf community, the Martha Christina Tiahahu Literacy Park in Jakarta held a sign language class on September 15. This activity has received positive response from the participants. Let's have a look.
The Martha Christina Tiahahu Literacy Park in Blok M, South Jakarta is managed by property developer and management company PT Integrasi Transit Jakarta held literacy party or Pelita between September 8th and 18. The event was held to commemorate World's Literacy Day that falls on September 8th. One of the highlights of the event was a sign language class held on September 15 at the park's library in collaboration with disability service and support organization Silang.id. The sign language class aims to advocate the importance of inclusivity among the society. The event also shows real support to disabled people and part of the efforts to raise awareness and understanding on the importance of learning sign language.
Semua orang berhak untuk mendapatkan literasi yang lebih baik, gitu ya. Dan ide besarnya adalah merangkul teman tuli, ya. Karena mereka adalah bagian dari keseharian kita, ya. Bagian dari keseharian kita yang berhak juga untuk mendapatkan hak atas literasi, ya. Dan kami ingin ini menjadi program reguler, ya. Program reguler yang akan berkolaborasi dengan community. Terima kasih banyak Silang.id sudah membantu kami untuk menyelenggarakan acara ini, dan harapan saya selanjutnya ini akan memperkuat posisinya Taman Literasi sebagai ruang publik yang kembali pada publik, ya.
PT Integrasi Transit Jakarta and Silang.id hoped the event could be an inspiration for other communities to be active in supporting inclusivity and sign language understanding. As more people can communicate in sign language, and the world will be more inclusive and friendly for all individuals.
So for your information, viewers, ladies and gentlemen, the 23rd of September is the World's Deaf Day. And today we're going to try something new, and that means we have to talk slowly, Luisa. So here's an introduction for you, where Silang.id is a platform for the deaf community which provides sign language interpreting services. Now, through the efforts prepared by Silang.id, the word inclusivity is no longer wishful thinking. Now, to find out more about Silang.id and Indonesian language, we have Bagja Prawira as the co-founder of Silang.id in the studio now. Now, for a start, Bagja, could you tell us a bit about your background and what inspired you to establish Silang.id?
So, for the first, Silang since 2017, and after that we have community because so many people in Indonesia don't aware about deaf people, and 2019 we want to make a company because we want to focus on we want to make a class about sign language, and after that okay, there is 4 founders of Silang. First, CEO named Yusuf have a deaf mother, and after that the deaf mother has so many discrimination and so many barriers. So many people don't aware about the deaf people.
Yes.
So, and after that, Yusuf, let's collaborate. And after that, because if the deaf people don't contribute to the community, it cannot be happen. So yeah, I am born deaf, but yeah, so many barriers, so many so many barrier for communicate, and I'm very angry about that. And yeah, okay, let's collaborate and make silang. And after that, 2022, we make like services for sign language sign language interpreter, and so many process to make that service and to make impact for Indonesia. And yeah, we want to make impact for Indonesia, so we want to have the like services, sign language interpreter services. We have target. Indonesia can be inclusive place for all the deaf people, and hearing people can learn sign language, and the deaf people can have access and have the literacy. So yeah, that's why we make silang.
Wow, I mean, this is just really something new, something fresh, and it's really good that you are tapping into this market of inclusivity so that the whole Indonesia can be more sensitive and could learn more about the deaf community. Bagja, can you please share with us about your personal background? Have you been deaf when you were born? Were you deaf when you were born? And how has the reaction of the people around you been against the deaf community?
Okay, I was born deaf, but at maybe two, I just aware, but oh, I'm deaf because my mother like calling me, but yeah, I cannot see, but I still silent. I cannot respond, and if I see the television, but I cannot hear anything. So I come to the hospital, and I know that I am deaf or hard of hearing. So a half of my ear can hear, but hear a little bit hearing, but the half one cannot hear anything. So yeah, and after that we are okay. After that, my mother just want me to go to the school, and the curriculum is not good for me. I think, but when I come to school, I can adapt. I have adaptation with the people, with the students, and after that, yeah, my school is very inclusive. And long short story. Okay, after that, 2018, I'm totally deaf. Totally deaf, and I'm very confused. And okay, before this, it's very hard for me. But when I'm very total deaf, it's getting very hard. And I just afraid to go out. I'm very shy, I'm very disappointed, and after that, I just try to come to the community of deaf people, and I just learn about the sign language. Oh, there is sign language, and I can interact with people. I try to learn, and after that, I have mentor to learn about the sign language. So before that, I just thinking about the negative side of deaf people and etc. But after I have mentor, I learned about sign language. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of the deaf people. So I don't think about the deaf, but I just think about the access. I need to access. So the sign language is the access.
I see.
So yeah, it's the target of Silang. We want to have the access for sign language. So the sign language can sign language can give us the access, and we can learn and etc. So until now, I still want to educate people about that.
I see. It's so interesting to hear how Bagja can finally learn to bridge between normal people and
Yes.
finally the deaf community through introducing sign language. Okay, Bagja, can you please explain with us how does Silang ID works? what do you offer through your application?
Okay, Silang, so many changes, so many process, because we are the first startup about the deaf people and hearing people make a bridge about that. So the first we have class about sign language, but now we changed to give the access with sign language interpreter. So we give services about sign language interpreter, and we have video realize service. So and yeah, we have 2 products. We can do like sign language interpreter in the video or offline or online. Yeah. So about VRS in Indonesia, sign language interpreter is very maybe. Just 120 all Indonesia, and but the deaf people in Indonesia maybe 19 million. So it's very different. It's very we need so many sign language interpreter. But if we waiting about the sign language interpreter become many and etc. Yeah, it's very long process. So we just have innovation to make VRS. It's like video call. So the deaf people, if need sign language interpreter, can do a video call, and the sign language interpreter can interpret it. So yeah, we have the 2 products. So we collaborate with all the company or government or public place. So we can have we don't have barrier to communicate again. So we make the solution like that.
Okay, Bagja, we would like to know what stigmas or stereotypes are often encountered by the deaf community here in Indonesia.
Okay, stigma. Okay. Actually, yeah, so many. Okay, actually now is getting better, but a long time ago, so many people like look at us like we cannot speak, and after that cannot go to school and cannot work. Like there's no because so many barrier, and all the people like look at us cannot do anything. So because actually deaf people have so many variation. First, the deaf people can do the sign language too. The deaf people can have like oral and have two language or bilingual, and there is deaf blind. Okay, deaf blind have communicate like this with the sign language, but by hand. So many variation of deaf people, but yeah, so many people look at us negative. So we want to make a positive impact, and we want to give the access. Because actually the hearing people and deaf people is same. Maybe we just have different communication, so we need to have access. So if we have the access, we can be same like hearing people. Yeah, but yeah, we know that we need process to make it happen. In Indonesia, yeah, maybe the problem is about the awareness. Many people don't know about that and thinking about negativity for the deaf people. But yeah, that's
wow.
Yes,
That's amazing. I mean, it's like what Bagja says is pretty much, it's really true that basically the problem right here is access. And obviously miscommunication is a huge problem
Yes.
when actually that stigma is totally untrue.
yes.
And That's
So that is a beautiful remark right there from the co-founder of Silang.id, Louisa, where the hearing people and the deaf community can be equal, and they takes a lot of process.
yep. Okay.
And for that, we'll be talking more with Bagja from Silang.id right after this break, only on Starting Point. Stay tuned.
You're back on Starting Point with me, Luisa Kusnandar and Narendra Pawaka. And with us in the studio, we have Bagja Prawira, the founder of Silang ID, an application for the deaf community. Now, Bagja, you mentioned before that there is this stigma in Indonesia, a miscommunication between the deaf community and the normal community. Now, what should we do and do not when meeting deaf friends? Is there like a culture you can introduce to us so that this meeting between normal and the deaf community will be smoother?
Okay, actually, there is two perspective. Okay. 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 Deaf people have work to do, and hearing people need to do the work too.
Okay.
So minimal, we can interact. Okay, hearing people want to interact with deaf people and want to learn about sign language and how to interact with deaf people and learning about the ethic, what is good or what cannot do. So, and after that, the deaf people same they need to we need to have like place, communal place, and the communal place need to be bigger. So the communal place need to be bigger, and after that the deaf people can impact the hearing people, and the hearing people can know about the deaf people. So for the deaf people can teach the hearing people
Yes.
about the sign language. Actually, not only the hearing people not only learn about the sign language, but the hearing people need to know that the deaf people what do you need, and what like access, we need access, and hearing people maybe hearing people can learn sign language is like a bonus,
Okay.
but the more important thing is access. If there's access, if there's access, the deaf people know about the information, can have the education, and the communication is getting better.
Yes.
And Silang, hearing and deaf people have the same responsibilities. Yeah, maybe that's why.
Yes. So hearing people and deaf people have the same responsibility. That is a wonderful remark right there. And to know more about sign language, here with us, the Silang.id, where PT Integrasi Transit Jakarta and Silang.id invited people to learn sign language during a session held at Marta Christina Tiahahu Literacy Park. One of the learning materials is related to the culture of the deaf community. Let's take a look.
The sign language class, organized by Disability Service and Support Organization Silang.id at Marta Christina Tiahahu Literacy Park on September 15th, was attended by 35 people offline and more than 200 people online. Co-founder of Silang.id, Bagja Prawira, said that the activity was intended to raise public awareness on sign language and inclusivity to deaf community. Silang.id is an accessibility platform for deaf community, which provides sign language translation service.
Sebetulnya bahasa isyarat ini masih berproses untuk diajarkan karena orang-orang masih baru proses untuk awareness di masyarakat. Dan Silang ini melihat ini kesempatan Bisindo bisa disebarluaskan. Diharapkan mungkin ke depannya beberapa lembaga, beberapa sektor bisa berkolaborasi dengan Silang karena memang akses ini tujuan bukan untuk tuli saja, melainkan untuk semuanya supaya bisa menjembatani komunikasi keduanya. Itu yang namanya inklusif.
Bagja taught the participants on spelling the alphabet and the greeting words in sign language during the learning session at the park. Bagja also explained the importance of learning the deaf community's culture when communicating with them. First, tapping the shoulder when calling a deaf person and paying attention to the sign language. Second, ask their preferred way of communication, or if you cannot do sign language, you can write down your sentence. Third, communicate at a brightly lit space to ensure the deaf person can read your lips or see the sign language.
Now, Bagja, we would like to know more about your day at the park with the hearing people. They look interested in learning about the sign language. Can you describe and tell us more about their response or testimony from the learning session from the park just now?
Okay, actually, Silang have like okay, we have a strategy. We have strategy how to okay. Not all the people know where is to learn sign language and how to meet deaf people.
Okay.
So yeah, we need to collaborate with the like government or like community and etc. And after that, we make the workshop about sign language. So this is the way to make the sign language can be learned by all the people. And then Silang want to teach hearing people outside of the institution and etc. And for the Martha Tiahahu class, so many people happy because they are never meet deaf people.
Yes.
Maybe just a few, but okay. So many people just this is the first time. This is the first time to learn sign language interpreter, and now but the sign language is not just hand because we need the expression, we need like oral, and we need to have the gesture. Yeah. So yeah, they are just wow. This is the first time, and we mean the expression to show the sign language, not like flat.
Yes.
And we need to show the expression. And Silang like wait. Okay, Silang like invite deaf people to interact with the hearing people in that class. So not just only me teaching the sign language, I'm just the like bridging for many deaf friends to come and meet the hearing people. And the deaf friend can go outside from the home because yeah, maybe they are just at home, don't do anything, and after that they come and interact with the hearing people and just have learning together.
Yes.
So this is the very important things to have the inclusive in Indonesia, like the class in Martha Tiahahu.
Well, frankly speaking, we are having a very inclusive show this
right
morning.
here.
And to be honest with you, Bagja, I'm very happy just watching you and talking to you this way. This is also my first experience, Eda.
Yes.
And I think you are really truly giving an impact to our audience this morning. Bagja, through silang.id, can you tell us what is your goal for the future? What is your dreams that you're trying to achieve through Silang ID?
Okay, the founders have the target for 10 years, until 2045.
Wow.
We hope that all the Indonesian ready to give us access. And the sign language interpreter can be wait, the sign language interpreter can be more. So, okay, all the public place have the access for deaf people.
Yes.
So, okay, the deaf people can work, can go outside and go everywhere with the access. We have the vision. Vision. Okay. In Indonesia language, membirukan Indonesia or make Indonesia blue. So when we go to the hospital, we can have access. We want to make identity card, we can have access. We want to make passport. We have the sign language interpreter for the access, and for the education, education and school can be more inclusive. That's our target. We hope it can be happen. Not only in Indonesia but all the world.
Wow.
Yes. And lastly, any messages you would like to share to the media to gain access from the deaf community to the hearing people?
In media, okay, media is one of the access for us to get the information. Okay, if in media there is in the TV have like sign language interpreter, but it's so small. It's so small. We hope that it can be bigger, because actually WFD or World Federation of Deaf have like wait, I just lost the translation.
Okay, take your time.
How to say it? Like
Bigger?
aturan,
rules.
like
Regulations.
rules,
Rules and regulations.
regulation. World Federation of Deaf have regulation that the sign language interpreter for the television need to be 30%
Oh,
of the. It's minimum.
okay.
In America, 50%.
Wow.
So if we watch the TV, like 50% of the presenter, 50% of sign language interpreter. So it's big, and we can access the information. Now in television there is sign language interpreter, but sometimes it's like the lower third. I don't know, like menimpa.
Okay.
Covered?
Covered.
Cover the sign language interpreter.
Okay.
So so the information like, what is it?
Okay.
The deaf people cannot know what is it?
Okay.
So I have a target. We can collaborate with the television. The television can give the access for sign language interpreter, but the sign language interpreter can be bigger, and that's for all the deaf people in Indonesia.
Okay.
Wow. I feel so educated today as a
True.
hearing person.
True, Louisa.
Thank you so much, Bagja. But stay with us, because we will come back after this short break where we will talk more to Bagja Prawira from Silang ID. Stay with us on Starting Point.
And so we're back on Starting Point. Now for the last statement, Bagja, can you give a message to the viewers today listening from the co-founder of Silang.id? Go ahead.
Okay, we are deaf people. No, we need access for all Indonesia. But Silang know that deaf people need access, but we cannot do it alone. We need collaborate. with the government, with the institution, company, and etc. We need to support the access. The access for deaf people can help deaf people to have a life and work, and yeah, me too. I think Silang need collaborate, and let's do it together to have Indonesia inclusive before 2045.
Okay, so
Okay, thank you.
thank you so much, Bagja. That's the goal, 2045. We hope that Indonesia will be even more inclusive by then. And I can see that Silang ID has a long way to go, but your dream and your future is very clear. We'll be praying for Silang ID. Thank you so much, Bagja, for being on Starting Point this morning. Also for the interpreter as well. Thank you.